Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's check out the Signifier on PC. Alright, the options here. So, oh, whoa, why we have 23 hertz? No. 60 hertz. That's my final offer. Alright, that's all there is to it. There's no individual configuration management, so I guess we'll go for it. Chapter 1. This is not a pipe. AI research, the influence of social media, and brain scanning technology have led to three important developments. The creation of the TSB, Technology Safeguard Bureau, whose mission is to maintain democratic structures safe from the abuse of technology. Complex international brain scanning regulations that protect private data. The undeniable tension between the world's biggest economies in the wake of a new AI breakthroughs. Under this context, the Dreamwalker Project, which performs academic research on the human mind through an AI-assisted brain scanning technology, has been under scrutiny. You had to make a collaborative deal with the new TSB to keep your research alive.
Please sign right here. Let me take a picture of you with the box.
A picture? Why?
It's part of the protocol.
Oh, okay.
I don't need to remind you how sensitive the material is.
I know. Thanks.
Good. Take care.
I mean, looks pretty nice. Objectives. Investigate. Box. What the hell am I wearing?
Russell, did you receive it?
It just arrived.
Good. Listen, priority is to find the real cause of death. Early reports indicate suicide, a drug overdose, but I don't buy it. It doesn't make sense. She was too important and the timing was odd.
She was a lawyer at GoAT, right?
More like the vice president.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So now you see how deeply in trouble you'd be if anything leaks out.
You're putting me in a tough spot here, Tom.
Not if you're careful, Russell. Just make sure nothing leaks out.
Why not wait for the full autopsy? Why do you need me?
We need to move faster, and if there's something bigger going on, we need to investigate it. This is a one-time chance to catch them. GoAT has been dodging us for way too long.
So you want me to spy on them through her memories?
No, I just want you to find out how she died, which is legal. But if I'm right, it will take us somewhere nasty. I know there's something off. We just need to find out what.
All right. I'll do what I can.
Good. Remember, it's because of these people we're here in the first place.
Well, we don't know anything yet.
We will, Russell. I've been in this for too long to know it's not just suicide. You'll see. So, I've given you access to her apartment on Stratford Avenue. They're about to wrap it up over there, but Detective Stan Becker's waiting for you. He knows you're coming. If you want to investigate the real place, you should head out there now.
All right. I'll check it out.
Okay then, I'll leave you to it. Don't keep Stan waiting, and keep me posted on anything you find.
Sure. See ya.
Jadim Kassir, 2009. Before entering GoAT. GoAT. Why would you name your company Goat? Case info. Let's see. Confidential 01475 Name, Joanna Cast, age 39. Civil status married. Children none. Occupation, Vice President at GOAT. Personal info. Joanna was the Vice President at GOAT and one of the younger top executives in the technology industry. Known to be efficient, smart, ruthless, and determined, she has been credited as GOAT's highest valued asset in the last 5 years. With a strong understanding of management, laws, markets, and technology, she won the Eno Awards in 2013. Being the first woman in the world to receive it. Case information. High-profile executive found dead in apartment. Parent drug overdose. Antidepressives. Husband found her dead on August 29, 3:15 p.m. Called immediately at her own apartment, located at Jules Stratford Avenue, 8542 Valley Tower, floor 42. Online life. Facebook, last post is from 2014. Twitter, last post is from 2016, about a conference she gave. Personal email, joannacast@t.com. Corporate email, joanna@goat.com. Apparently, mail has been deleted. Apparently, due to corporate restrictions, Joanna didn't have an active online social life. Police department. Last known picture taken by Laura Paz, apparently her best friend, 2 days before her death. Let's see. Digital Beam Discovery DBD Generation Scan Report. I tell you, this is not super responsive control on manipulating objects. Meet Stan at Joanna's apartment. Okay. I should probably take this stuff with me, shouldn't I? Am I going to just leave it here? It's classified, shouldn't I read it? No, I will just leave this stuff here, apparently. Okay, so I can travel. The mirror stage. The mirror stage was one of the first concepts which Lucan worked on at the beginnings of his teachings in his essay The Mirror Stage as a formator of the function of the ego, as it is revealed to us in the psychoanalytic experience. He based himself on the work of Henry Wallin on the pregnancy of the image of others' body for some species, but also for the human baby. In relation to the image pregnancy, we have the notable example of pigeons, whose development of the reproductive system would be intimately linked to the vision of their congeners. Isolated pigeons do not develop their gonads. Likewise, the case of the human baby, the importance of the mirror, as well as the body and the words of others, is vital. Much of the image we have of ourselves depends on the other. The self would be a function that comes from the other. The experience of the child, who still does not have a complete proprioception in his body due to the maturation of his nervous apparatus, who does not have a unitary idea of it, does not recognize himself in the mirror until he is more or less 8 months old. Before that, his own image is to himself another being. In the mirror's experience, a unitary image of himself is returned to him in advance, which, as such, is still misleading since it is inverted. Thanks to the words of another, who will confirm that that's you, the child will come to be recognized in his image. However, if we reflect on the scene of recognition, there is even filmic documentation of the moment when, with glee and also with strangeness and amazement, the child recognizes himself for the first time in the mirror. It is still interesting to capture that before the child is able to articulate a word. The first thing that is placed is a you and not an I that captures the child in the image. The root of the self is always external and to a certain extent, and it never ceases to be. It suffices to remember the feeling of strangeness before an unusual angle of our image in a photograph, or, in the extreme, the experience of the anorexic who does not stop seeing in the mirror a strange element in his body that must be removed. In the same way, the words and gestures of others, especially our family, that are directed to us determine our conception of ourselves, what we call the ego function. The parents speak of the child and also speak to him. They gesticulate towards him, and all of his sediments certain image, encourages certain aspects and dismisses others. As such, there is a dialogue that is established in an imminent way and does not need to be explicitly said for it to be there. We must remember that what is not said is as important as what actually is said. The main idea that Lankan transmitted in this sense, and that made him generalize the stage of the mirror as something that always works, beyond a certain stage of the child's development, is that the function of the ego is something that is always being built in relation with others and takes as criteria the desirability of the social sphere, which is situated as the ideal images in a certain specific social and political context. Neurotic conditions are, in this sense, related to the mirror function that fulfills the social context and especially the family. Neurotic conditions arise from the complex problematic relationships that humans have with the desire of others. The fundamental question would be, what does the other want from me, or what am I to the other? J.P. Bustamante, The Function of the Self in Psychoanalysis, page 145, 2016. Boy, that was a mouthful of stuff, huh? A lot to take in. Assuming that all has to do with what we're going to be experiencing here in a minute or two. Good look at the seat. Another case here. Oh, it's just the music. No thanks.
Love technology, but who, as Cindy Smith, very.
There's been a lot of shutdowns lately, and this building's electrical grid is just as old. So I got a backup.
Do fantastic good in the world, and at the same time, gives us new power to screw up in even grander ways than before. So we feel we want to do everything we can now. Technology gets used.
This'll take a while. I should visit her apartment while the memory gets ready. I've got nothing to put in there. Development logs of patch 1.2. Probably the most important update to date, and Carl's last contribution to the project.
We don't want to learn from mistakes. We want to get things right.
Okay, you need to shut up. I didn't realize that I left you on.
And the way I think about this is to create
Shut up.
a great future.
Thank you.
I need to start over again.
Okay, so do I have to visit this place physically? That's what seems to be implied.
This was the first thing I brought in here. I really need a new partner. Hard to replace Carl, though.
That's it. It's a nice looking game. I mean, everything's lit, you know, very artistically and not necessarily realistically.
I can't believe the loss of performance after adapting them to comply with the new laws. Times are changing indeed.
Which is exactly what many designers strive for. You know, filmic, not realistic. And there's definitely a difference between the two. Oh, time to end it all. Especially wearing these pants. Something really wrong with me wearing these things. Let's see, those are all controls. I don't need that. I do need this camera speed to be quite a bit faster. How about times 2? Boy, this is not responsive. I see they really didn't think about the controller. Yeah. Another PC game that doesn't know how to use the direct input interface at all. I do wonder about developers nowadays. It's like these kits are built in. Let's go to the apartment. Joanna. Not fans of cool in the gang, huh? To each their own.
Hey, Russell, right? Tom said you'd come. Feel free to take a look around, but don't touch anything. Let me know if you have any questions.
Alright, I'll just take a round. And nice place.
Probably her last meal.
The hell is she eating? Dirt? God. Maybe squid pasta. Which tastes a bit dirtish, quite frankly.
Quite a view.
It's weird how 2D her view is outside. Oh, Aaron has a curved set. I already dropped about 1 million respect for you. A curved set, pure. Way to distort the image, jerk off. Or towel, let me sniff that. I mean, for evidence, I want to see if there's a scent on there.
Gizak sleeping pills. You need a prescription for these. Looks like where the body was.
If there's sleeping pills, why is there blood there? You don't generally bleed out from sleeping pills.
Bloody footprints. She probably stepped on the broken shards.
Oh, did she commit it in the bath?
Vomit. Broken. Looks like something was thrown at it. Men's clothes. Another broken mirror. I don't think it's a coincidence. Looks like an expensive mask.
Yeah. Keeps a mask like that around. Breathing mask, sure.
I wonder what's in those boxes.
I can't touch though. Not touchy. Gonna walk in the shower? Oh, you walk in this way, huh? Does the water work? These are important questions I need to ask for the murder investigation. Well, it's definitely a little suspicious.
Was she going somewhere?
No, what's this? Is there a pool outside? What was she reading? Gale Technology stock drops 34 points. Gale Technologies, GLTC stock has had a 1-for-4 reverse split attempting to consolidate their stock price after a precipitous fall of 34 points last week. after a very strong year, dropping most of its gains. The fall was brought on after a class action lawsuit against the company due to their flagship product, the hiring support AI platform named Spurs, producing some troubling results, with the defendants have construed as a case of employment discrimination. In an attempt to salvage their revenue stream, Gall allowed external experts to review Spurs. An internal report of the findings was leaked right before the point drop, breaking the proverbial camel's back, as it mentioned a deeply ingrained bias which correlated certain features with mental health markers, and in one particularly controversial case, sexual orientation. The platform learned over time based on the requirements of customers, but Gall will have a hard time blaming their revenue stream on these issues. Moreover, the suit also includes privacy concerns, as the platform was able to derive information from the applicants that, according to their claim, was not shared with the prospective employers. Automation and global warming, the largest layoff causes. Unemployment worldwide to hit double digits. Unemployment rates continue to climb globally as general automation disrupts markets, combined with climate change's impact in vulnerable countries as the weather has continued to destroy and isolate communities across the globe. New programs are currently underway by the UN to assist nations retrain unemployed population to help stop this trend. Along with the efforts from the international entity to limit the damage produced by hurricanes this year, we have reached a record wind speeds for 5 years in a row. The economists call to avoid alarmism over possible economic downturn. Consumer concern has long been a powerful cause for economic downturn, claims D. Sapelsa, CCOM, and PhD in economy. The past few years, our economy has been in a consolidation process, ensuring that our citizens can continue with their acquisition plans. When asked how we can simply continue spending in the current economic climate, Supla answers, spending is crucial. Of course, I'm not suggesting frivolous spending or unnecessary debt, but to recover a sense of stability and confidence in spending habits. Okay, reading some dry-ass material. Oh, there's a pool out there. Okay, wondering. Into politics and architecture. Story of arts. Made to stick. Okay, well.
Yeah?
Theories.
Do you have any theories about what happened?
It's a little early yet, but everything points to suicide. There are lots of loose ends as to why, especially considering who she was. Her laptop, for example, is gone. We haven't been able to find it, so who knows how deep that thing goes. Even so, I don't think there's a possibility someone sneaked in and forced her to take some pills somehow. But don't take my word for it. We don't even have the full autopsy report yet.
Who found her?
Who found her?
Didn't you get the report? It was her husband.
About him.
Do you know anything else about him?
His name is Alex. Pretty average guy. Fitness trainer. The victim had kicked him out a few months ago. They were about to get a divorce. He came by to pick up some stuff he'd left here.
Could he have been angry about the divorce?
Yeah. But as I said, she'd been dead for at least 6 hours before he got here. So if somehow he forced her to take an overdose over the phone, then yeah, he could have done it.
Time.
What time did he find her?
The morning after, and called right away. The security cameras corroborate the time he arrived, so we don't have any reason to suspect him.
Family?
Did she leave any children or family?
No, no children, no brothers or sisters, foreign parents that she didn't see much. For now, that's all I know. And a husband. Pretty regular corporate profile, if you ask me.
Thanks.
No problem.
It's getting late.
Is it? I mean, it looks like it's in the middle of the day. Okay, well, I don't think there's anything else here, as far as I can tell. But I have never been good at pixel hunts. So maybe I'm missing something glaring and I don't know of it or aware of it. Who knows? Hard to say. I mean, he was picking up some stuff, right? But she also had her purse out. Unless that's his purse. You never know. In the future, maybe people are okay with men having purses. I mean, I hope that would never be the case, but yeah. It's hard to say. Objectives. Use the dream marker machine to enter Joanna's last memories. Well, are we done?
Upload is ready.
Okay, which end is the end that I sit in? This end? This end.
Evie, ready?
Yes.
Okay, good. Please operate on patch 1.2. And scan for the latest memory you can find, ideally just before her death.
Understood.
You know, this game reminds me a lot of that game with Rutger Hauer. The name escapes me right now.
This is when she died.
Yeah, it's exactly like that game. Is it the same developers? I don't remember Raw Fury being the developers, but it's been a while since we played it.
Interesting glitch on the clock.
Observer, that was it. Yeah, Observer. Reminds me a lot of Observer. Which is cool. I did like that game.
Reconstructing glass from memories. I don't think we'll ever get it right.
Although it was certainly flawed. You know, I could ignore the flaws and just enjoy it for what it was. Oh, look at that. A shadow of my former self.
Hello there, Joanna.
Oh, I can finally sniff that investigate that towel.
Lots of missing information here, Evie. This doesn't seem to be the right moment.
Yes. I wasn't able to pinpoint any further coordinates. Objective data is incomplete.
Reasons?
High emotional state.
She might have known she was going to die. Is there enough data to reconstruct a subjective state of the memory?
Yes.
Good. I'll enter the subjective state and see what I can find.
Hold Q.
Subjective reconstruction was successful, but I couldn't interpret all data.
It's fine, Evie. Subjective interpretation is tough for any AI, even a special one like you.
The objective state uses memory data retrieved from sight and hearing the subjective experience. Subjective state memory data available including emotions and the subconscious.
I can't make sense of this sound. That ladder goes down to the first floor.
There was a ladder. What's this? Oh, you have a kid?
Could this be her as a child?
It belongs somewhere in the memory, but I cannot interpret it. I need to know what it is and where it belongs.
All right. I'll study it and put it in the right place.
Raw data are parts of memories that Evie wasn't able to interpret. In this interface, you can attempt to interpret them and find out what they are. When you have arrived at a conclusion, pick it up and place it where it really belongs. Time and rotation in this interface don't affect the... Okay. How do I play back? Rotate. Zoom out. I don't get this interface at all. Alright, what am I supposed to make out of this? This doesn't look like anything. Seriously? What is this thing supposed to look like? It doesn't look like anything. Does it belong in the bathroom? I don't know. I thought I saw like a little bit of a lever in there.
Reminder, at your discretion, I can momentarily free memory and processing power to deliver more accurate feedback. Processing. I can't interpret the new raw data, but the readings are the opposite of chaotic. They have a constant, rhythmic pattern. You can use the raw data interpretation interface to find where it might belong. Processing. I can't interpret the new raw data, but the readings are the opposite of chaotic. They have a constant, rhythmic pattern. You can use the raw data interpretation interface to find where it might belong.
I totally don't get this game. What am I supposed to do? If it's constant, it must be the clock. I mean, just based on the words, but not based on the image. The image doesn't tell me jack. So the clock was here.
There was something here in the objective state. Evie, do a match with clock data at this spot. Picture of a dog. Following her? Her laptop. If it's in the objective state as well, then somebody did take it.
Boy, it's just as confusing as Observer as well. I'm like, what am I supposed to do again?
The spider web. No way out. No mirror. So it's close. Maybe in the objective state. Maybe this is the right moment. The raw data should work here.
Oh, do I have it on me? Let's go get it.
Close. raw data should work here. Evie, do a match right here with a mirror being violently broken. The water is running.
She in the shower? Ah, damn. It's already thrown up.
What is this hand doing here? You were right, Tom. She wasn't alone. Should be good enough evidence to keep him satisfied for now.
Should I shut down the simulation?
Please, go ahead.
Understood. Shutting down in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's it? Well. It seems like such a tiny thing. Shouldn't I walk around more?
Hey, Russell. Any good news?
It wasn't a clear reconstruction, but I managed to get some objective evidence. There was a clear hand next to her, just when she was lying on her bed, and the pills were all over the floor. So it seems you may be right. There was definitely somebody with her.
A hand. That's all you could find.
Well, Tom, I'm just getting started. Her last memories are fuzzy, and that's probably because of the psychological stress she was under. The fact that she wasn't alone is a good start.
Yeah, good to know. But we need to know who it was so we can do something about it.
I'll keep looking, Tom. Let's just hope the rest of the memories are in better shape.
I hope so. Did you find anything else?
I saw a lot of other things. I just need to understand her unconscious better.
It's fine, Russell. Just keep looking, but I need something else from you. We need to get into her private email. The password. We were able to hack the words, but there are 3 numbers at the start that we don't know. We have only a few shots at this, so that's why I need you.
Her
Okay.
password? That might be interesting to find.
Hey, I'm liking this attitude. I was expecting some moral and legal sermon.
Well, it's not like I'm not worried. The new regulations are like stepping on glass.
Don't be. You're doing what's legally right. Just send us a nice and clean scan and inspection report as required, and there will be no issues.
I'll do what I can.
Good. We're counting on you. The password ends with Namas. N-A-M-A-H-S. But it's preceded by 3 numbers. We have 3 to 4 tries with this password at most. So when you have something, call me.
I will. See you, Tom.
Bye, Russell.
Find the 3 starting digits.
This is not a pipe. Finding a password will take time. I better leave Evie working on it. Upload is ready.
Let's see. Log 1 raw data.
All right. I have a temporary solution for when Evie can't interpret some part of a memory, but it requires manual input. So, let's say the data was a chair. While Evie can't interpret it is a chair, or where it should be, she's still able to produce a 3D geometrical output with sound, and that output is based on data which does have meaning. The problem is that it doesn't fit anywhere, and it doesn't make sense to her. So, what I did was to allow Evie to still represent this failed reconstruction in an encapsulated manner that we can look at, inside the memory space, so we can interpret it. I made a quick interface for inspection too. So, in other words, we can now assist Evie at interpreting the data by using our special human skills. We just have to tell her what it could be and where it should belong, and she should be able to narrow the margin enough to make it part of the reconstruction again.
Question. Is it always about something missing, like a chair or another object? Or can it be a subjective thing that doesn't belong anywhere?
It could be a subjective thing, yes, but that would be rare, as it's more likely to become a subjective entity or part of the subjective environment somehow. Shouldn't be represented as missing data.
Okay.
Can happen, though. Would be interesting to see.
Yeah. This is great, Carl. We're so close.
All right, well, why don't we stop it there? This is apostrophe E, and sorry, thought I got a message. This is apostrophe. I'm watching the Signifier on PC. Well, it's interesting. I know we're all just kind of barely scratching the surface of what the game has to offer. I don't know how well I'm going to handle this interpretation of this mixed up jumbled data. It's not really clear how I'm going to do this later on without the hint system. But we'll give it a try and we'll play as far as we can. I am intrigued, and I think it's something that you might also enjoy if you like these sort of sci-fi puzzle mystery games, which I do generally. And as I said, it reminds me a lot of Observer. So probably if you like that game, then this might be up your alley as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.